parents. My name is Miss Bay. Welcome to Open House Virtually. I will be your child's teacher in first grade. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you so that you can see what I'm reading. And if you want to pause and read and listen later, that's fine. Okay, parents. So now that I've shared my screen with you, where I'm going to go over a slideshow that pertains to the expectations of the year. So welcome to Open House Virtually. So I've already sent this sheet home. It's the Meet the Teacher sheet, and if you haven't seen it, it might be in your child's Keep It Home pocket. So just a little bit about myself. I've grown up in Prairieville, and I graduated from Santa Maria High School, and then I graduated from LSU with my bachelor's in education. This is actually my third year teaching at Oak Grove, and it's my first year teaching all subjects. So I'm excited to learn with your child. And I have a 1 year old named Selby. This is his picture right here. And this is a picture of my family. And at the bottom, it just goes over some of my favorite things. So, first off, binders. So, your child's binder has pockets and they're labeled except for VIP. I haven't labeled that yet because I wanted to discuss with you what goes into VIP before I labeled it and sent it home. So, every day you check your child's binder, there's not always going to be something in VIP. VIP is just something for you to send to me that's really important, like a doctor's excuse, or if I'm sending something home that needs to be signed and returned, things like that. Keep at home. We've been utilizing this pocket since the beginning. It's things that your child's going to bring home and you take out and keep at home. You don't have to send anything back. And then our newsletter. That's going to be the important things that are going on for the week. It'll be sent home on Mondays. It's the important skills and things like that that we are going to do during the week. So, test dates, things like that. Any homework that is needed is going to be on there. And conduct. We use Class Dojo for conduct grades. So if you check the reports and your student obtained an 80% or higher, they can wear their spirit shirt on Friday. Homework. Homework is not required. However, I do ask that you please read with your child nightly. And soon they'll have a reading log from the library. So once you read something, write it down on the reading log and they get credit for reading in the library. And at the end of the year, there's a party and things like that for meeting reading goals. Sight words. Soon I'll send home sight word lists that you can review with your child. Um, and for math, there's no homework. I sent home a book. It's called The Homework Helper. And if you want to help your child do homework or extra practice, things like that, that's what that's used for. But nothing is required. You don't have to do that and you don't send anything back. So this little graphic right here shows why it's important to read with your child or why you may want to read with your child. If you want to, you can pause and read that if you'd like. So for ELA, we use CKLA, which is Core Knowledge Language Arts, and that's our curriculum for Louisiana. And we use guidebooks to kind of frame that the skills that we learn in CKLA. And this is kind of a comprehension and type curriculum that we use in Louisiana. So students in first grade will be assessed. This includes written tests and performance-based tasks. During guided reading, we are going to use stations. They're going to be able to work on their computer. Maybe they'll do a pen and paper kind of activity, those kinds of things. Our guidebooks includes fairy tales, spiders, Amelia, Bedelia, Duck for President, things like that. And DRA is something I get asked about a lot. DRA is Developmental Reading Assessment. It's the district-wide common assessment for reading, and it is available from me to be able to tell where your child is on their reading level, how accurate they are in reading, how fluent. And fluent means like, do they read like a robot or do they read like they speak? And then comprehension. Comprehension is one of the big things. So if you're reading with your child, Maybe stop and ask them questions as you go, like, oh, what happened in the beginning, the middle, the end, things like that. And we use different testing tools to figure out where they are so we can target our instruction for them. So for math, we use Eureka. Your child used this in kindergarten. It's the same thing this year. We're hands on and we do a lot of open discussion and things like that. And students are assessed in math as well. And we do different things during math with math centers. So students will work with me, they'll work independently, they'll work with partners. They're able to work in different ways in order to learn. So the change from K to 1 from kindergarten, so they're going from mental math facts of 5 to 10, and then they add within 5 in kindergarten, and now we're adding within 100. So it's really important that you work with your child on their math skills, even counting. That'll help. We write all the way up to 120. We work in tens and ones to 120. And then reading. So most kindergartners leave kindergarten on a level 4 and they come to me on a level 4. Our goal for the end of the year is to be on a DRA 16. So that's a huge jump, but you'll be really impressed with how your child grows throughout first grade. To me, it feels like it's one of the most developmentally um, impactful years that they'll have, because in writing, they go from writing one sentence to a 5-sentence essay. And this includes narrative writing, informational writing, things like that. And you'll be really impressed at the end of the year when you see your child go from writing sentences to paragraphs. So math and reading are the only tested subjects in the first half of the year. So up until January, math and reading are the only two that will get grades. Social living, writing, grammar, and spelling will all be tested beginning in January, and they will receive grades in those subjects. Test packets are going to go home usually once a week. And once you get them home, please review the test and sign the packet. But I ask that when you're done looking at the test, to please put them back and send all the tests back. Um, and So if your child does have to be virtual and has to quarantine, they're going to use their Chromebooks from class to stream our class in real time, and they'll also get any materials that they may need. Um, so for breakfast, if your child isn't eating at home, please have them get a grab and go breakfast from the cafeteria in the mornings. Our lunchtime is pretty late in the afternoon. It's 12 o'clock. So that could be a really long time for some students who aren't eating breakfast at home or at school. For recess and snack, this year we're going to be able to use the playground. Students can also bring a snack from home. I won't provide a snack for them, but they are allowed to bring a snack. So, regarding parties, this is just a reminder that we're only allowed to have Christmas and Easter parties. It's parish policy that we don't accept any birthday treats, so cupcakes and things like that. Also, birthday invitations. If you're going to send your child to school with any birthday invitations, it has to be all inclusive for the whole class or gender specific. So if your son or daughter wants to invite some friends, they have to either include the whole class or all girls or all boys. I'm really looking forward to getting to know you and your children better, and hopefully we can meet in October for parent teacher conferences. If you have any questions regarding anything that I've gone over today or any question in general, please feel free to dojo or email me. Dojo is the easiest way that you can get in touch with me. So just let me know, and I hope you have a great afternoon.